Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Today, I wanted to show you something that ChatGPT came up with that was very useful to me. I apologize in advance. This video is going to be a little long. I don't have the memory that I used to, and I have thinking problems, and so this is going to take me a little bit to walk through. Bear with me. I think you're going to like it if you have Parkinson's or dystonia or maybe other chronic health issues. So let me... I had to put some drops in my eyes. I woke up, it's like 2:30 in the morning because there's dystonia in my neck and shoulders. I just couldn't sleep anymore. Okay, let's get started. So, how this all evolved. For those who may not know, my name is Larry, and I have Parkinson's and dystonia. I have cognitive impairment and a whole slew of other diagnoses. And it's really hard for me to find symptom trackers that work for me. Dystonia is my absolute worst symptom and problem, and memory thinking issues as well. I'm non-tremor dominant, and so rigidity, slowness, all that kind of stuff is sort of my thing, and falls and balance problems. So you can find stuff for PD or other things, or just health in general. The problem is I want to be specific, right? I have cramping in the left foot, cramping in the right foot, tightness in the neck and the shoulders and the upper back, the lower back, the hands, where I can't really cook very well. Sorry, a few hours from bedtime, so I'm trying to enunciate my words. It's not coming out too well. I feel like at least. So I've been looking around for a while trying to find something, and I just can't find anything that fits for me. And so yesterday, which was January 20th, 21st, 19th. I think it was the 19th. I see a Tuesday, the 20th showing, so it must have been the 19th. I went to ChatGPT. I've been using it a lot because I don't have the brain that I used to. And I said, hey, can you build me an application that will capture custom symptoms, date and time, and severity that will output so you can create charts? I don't have the ability to do the chart stuff anymore, among lots of other tech stuff. And so hoping it will do that. And it came back and was like, yes, below is something that you can do locally. And I was like, you know what? I don't know that I want it locally. So right now I'm just scrolling down, and you can't see this part. I have ChatGPT on a different screen because the most important thing is on the screen that you're on. However, I am more than happy to share this. Nice thing about ChatGPT is you can create a memory and you can share it with people. I guess it's called a memory. I don't know what they call it. That's what I call it. So I can share it out and you can create it yourself. Let's see here. So it came up with an option B as well, just in case. And I said, hey, because option 1 was here's all this stuff. You can have it locally. Option B, if you need caregiver access plus multi-device sync, because I've been trying to find stuff for my caregiver as well, we could do this other thing. And I'm not going to read it because it's going to take me a time to read it, and my brain just can't comprehend it. So, and I'm like, hey, that would be amazing, but can we include an iPhone as well? I know my wife has Android, and we joke around about it. Maybe one day she'll see the light and come to us, but until then, she can stay on the dark side. Let's see. So at that point, after I said yes, the Google Sheet backend would be good. Is it something I can use on my iPhone too? It came up with a couple different options to choose from. And it gave me all these sort of pros, cons, or, not necessarily pros, cons, but how it would work. And I'm like, whatever, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so I decided, it's giving me a whole lot of code. And I didn't read through the whole thing. I just sort of scrolled through. Even the first time when it gave it to me, didn't even do that. I just sort of scrolled all the way through. Oop, hold on, let me tag a symptom real quick. Left hand, left hand, left hand tightness. And we'll call it a 3. There, perfect. Sorry about that. I'm trying to log these things as they happen. So I was like, I'm fine with anybody having a link. I'm sure somebody will find a way to get into it, but I don't have the energy to do all the stuff that I used to do technically. So I said, yes, I'm okay with anybody doing the link. And it said, here's what you need to do. And so the first thing it had me do is come over here, and it said, hey, I want you to create a sheet. I was like, okay, I can do that. Oh, I'm on the wrong mouse. Haha, I've got 2 different screens. Symptom tracker. So the first thing I want you to do is create 2 tabs. Now, when you're creating the tabs, if you're like me with cognitive issues, you're not paying any attention to what it says. And so you just sort of create stuff. Make sure the spelling's right. Make sure the whatever, the uppercase, downcase, make sure those are right? Just make sure it works, because it didn't work for me, and it's because I wasn't paying attention, or whatever is going on in my brain. It just isn't working. So let's see here. So the first thing it said to do is create a spreadsheet. You get a tab called entries, and you get a tab called symptoms. On a tab called symptoms, create your first one is just going to be called symptom, because that's what the thing's about. And then you got all your symptoms underneath. I love this because I can tailor the symptom the way I want, right? So confusion, memory loss, what areas of the body are being impacted. I used to be a data guy, love doing charts and all that kind of stuff. I can't make those things anymore. I still remember portions of things. So doing it this way, I can say, is there an area of the body that's more affected than the other, right? Is there a body part, hand, whatever, that's more impacted than the other, is my thinking. And then we come back over here to entries, and it told us to put all this here up at the top. And I say, cool, okay, I got that. I will have to come back and do this manually, I see, which is okay. That's not a huge thing. I won't do that now. I will do it later, but you can see we've got our timestamp, and we've got our symptom, severity. I added this one myself. I'm not very good with time or anything like that. If I know for a fact that's how long it lasted, then I go ahead and enter it. Notes if I need to. And then, I don't know, let's just head that one there. I was like, whatever. Okay, cool. So now we've got our spreadsheet. And then it says app script deployment. And here's, you got to do all this stuff. And I said, look, I don't have the brain that I used to. I have no idea what you're talking about at all. I had no idea. Why don't you tell me step by step whatever I need to do this app script thing? And it goes, okay, cool. Well, here's what you do. So I was like, okay, great. So it says, do the Google Sheet thing, which I already did. I've noticed when you tell that to ChatGPT and you say, hey, this don't quite, I don't get it or whatever, it's going to repeat itself. It's like, well, I don't need you to repeat yourself. I just need you to give me at least not yet, the portion that I need. But so now what you're going to do, so once we've got those sheets there, we are going to go top menu to extensions, click app script. And now we come over here. Now I'm not going to completely go through, good. I'm not going to completely go through this because I don't want the link to be shown. I don't know what else, I don't have the brain anymore. So I'm not going to show you the deploy. So now what it has me doing is it says, okay, here's what you're going to do. Here's the code.gs was already there. And so it's like, I want you to copy this code. There's a little icon on it. You just say copy code and paste it in there, and you hit Control S to save. And it says, okay, cool. Now we will, now it says, well, now we got to do the server stuff. Oh, that is the server stuff. Sorry. Let me see here. And it says, okay, cool. Now what you need to do is you need to create the HTML page. So you go up here, you click this, HTML, right? It gives you a page. You just type index. I think that's what it says. Yeah, name it index because it adds the .html on its own. And then it says delete everything that you see in there. Oh, you do the same thing with the code.gs. You delete everything in there. Just reading through. So, and then you paste all this in here and you save. And then you go up here to deploy and deploy it, and it's live. And when you do that, you get a screen, and that screen gives you a URL. And so this is what we come up with. And so I can delete this if I need to. So let's say I'm going to come down here. I'm going to say memory loss. I'm going to say it was severe because I didn't remember anything whatsoever. And just told me I had to take out the garbage or else I would not sleep in my own bed tonight or be able to watch on my tablet. And then we just say add entry. You get a little thing here. This is nice. Go back here and check. Whoop, look at that. Memory loss 10. And there we go on the date. Isn't that pretty cool? Now what I can do is not what I actually could have done before my issues, which is why it stopped working. But I could actually just take this here, go into ChatGPT and upload it. And, hey, create me some charts. And then I could take those, right? And then I could say, hey, can you convert all this to what is it called? Doctor Symptom sort of thing, right? So as an example, so here, right? So patient summary report. And so I have ChatGPT just create that for me as well. So I hope this was useful. If it is, and you'd like to do it, look, yes, I have a tech background, but my memory thinking problems, like I literally wasn't understanding what it wanted me to do. And so it would actually give me step by step. It's sort of like sometimes it gets frustrated, like, fine, do this. Step 1, go here. Step 2, right? So it's very, I think anybody would really be able to set this up. I think that, I think you guys would like it. And it doesn't have to just be Parkinson's. It can be chronic health issues. If you've got certain things that you want to capture, this is a great way. The other nice thing is I can send this over to my caregiver, the URL, and she can enter what she sees. And I told her, hey, just make sure that you write in the notes or something that it's from you, right? Just so we know if she can remember to do that. But other than that, we can just start capturing stuff together. So I hope this was a good video. I'm sorry about the length. My brain doesn't work, and so I had to read through some of the stuff that ChatGPT had. Shoot me a message. If you know me, shoot me a message, and I'll share it with you. If I don't know you, we can chat a little bit just so I get to know you, and then I'll share it out with you. I just want to make sure there's no sort of weird thing that happens when I share out one of these memory things. But that's how it all works, and I hope all is well. Let me know what you think. Put in the comments what you guys think. Do you try it out? Do you think it's interesting? If you do try it out, come back and let me know what you think as well.